In this module, we're going to talk about marking a ticket pending. Pending is the process of putting a ticket or an incident or service request on pause. That is when you're saying you're waiting on a user, you're waiting on a part, you're waiting on some external force that's preventing you from completing the ticket at this moment in time. So you're putting the SLA on pause. You're putting it on, you're saying, please stop the clock. So let's learn more about that. We're going to start by working in the blue client. So here we are working on a ticket concerning a printer in the Student Center, specifically the Student Center 1 printer. And you can see that it's doing some streaking. And we've determined that the issue is with the diffuser. The diffuser is a warranty item that's through Dell. And so Dell, we've contacted them already, and Dell has said that they are going to send us a new diffuser. So what we need to do is we need to mark this ticket as pending, so that way the clock stops ticking. So what we're going to do is we are going to mark it pending. To do that, we're going to scroll down, and then on the left hand side you're going to notice towards the bottom where it says set to pending. It's in small print over there, and I've highlighted it for you or circled it. So with that, we're just going to simply click on set to pending. Then a new prompt box appears in the middle of your screen. You click on the drop box, and you're going to see there's several reasons you can choose from. Future due date, hold for prioritization, low priority hold, waiting for approval, waiting for part, waiting for pickup, waiting for quote, waiting for security, waiting for task, waiting for user, waiting for vendor support. So those are the options that you have to choose from. Again, I said we were waiting for Dell to ship us a part. So what we will choose for this particular incident is waiting for part. And then we will click OK. With that process done, I will scroll back up, and at the top I will notice that it now says pending and the status pending waiting for part. So therefore, when someone opens it up, they automatically can see the information quickly at the top that we're waiting on some action. If I click home and go back to my dashboard, I will see on my dashboard that this particular entry is pending here also. Notice that I have the pause button or the pause icon like you would see on your radio or a CD or a DVD player. And notice that also the status is labeled as pending. So that's how you would mark an entry as pending in the blue client. But now what happens when the part comes in and I want to remove the pending status? What would I do? Well, when the part comes in, I would just open up the incident just by double clicking it. And then up at the top, notice underneath the word pending, right here, it says next or remove pending status. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply click on that. And now notice it changes it to assigned. So now it's ready for me to continue my work. I would document that the part is in, and then I would put the part on the printer, and then close this ticket as normal. That is how you or put a ticket on pending, and how you remove the pending status through the Blue client or the desktop client. Next, we will look at how you do that through the web client. Okay, I've switched to the web client and I have a ticket open for us to look at. And you'll notice it's the same ticket that I looked at before. I'm looking at a printer streaking, and just like before, I would like to document that we're waiting on a part. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll down, and over on my left hand side, I'm going to click on Set to Pending. It's the same steps that I did before. Click on Set to Pending. I'm going to click on the drop box. I'm not going to read all of these to you. You're capable of reading. I'll just scroll through them slowly for you. You're going to notice that the list is the same. It's because it's the same list. Just like before, I'm going to choose Waiting for Part, because we are waiting for that fuser from Dell to be shipped under warranty. So I click OK. Give it a second, and then it refreshes the screen. Just like before, the status is pending, waiting for part, and then notice it says pending here. Then, just like before, if I go home and look at my dashboard, I can look at it here through the main listing of all of my team's entries, and I see, just like before, I have the pause icon and that it's listed with the pending status. And notice it's also here under my individual entries where I can see more information with the status of pending. So that's how we look at it through the web client, very similar to the desktop client. Again, what do I do when it's time to remove the pending status? Well, if you guess it's the same, you are correct. Open up that incident just by double clicking on it. Go up to the top where it says Next, Remove Pending Status. Click on it, and then you notice the pending status has been removed and it is assigned. So therefore, I can work on this ticket. I'm free to close the ticket, make any other documentation I need to. So that is how you set a ticket to pending in the web client, and how you would remove the pending status in the web client.